Hi everyone, Marcus Hobbies here. I'm here in Finchley for the X tournament at Christchurch College. This is going to double as both a face reveal, a costume reveal, and my first ever recorded tournament. So I'm going to get some good footage for you all. We're going to do a little bit of analysis afterwards, so stay tuned, get some good videos. See you there. Hello everyone, just had a warm-up match.
Hello, I'm Moses. Right, this man is amazing, professional. Right, he's taught me very well. I'm loving it. It's my first ever tournament as well. Thank you very much.
So, look forward to seeing how you do in the tournament. Hope you get to finals, but hey, beat you in the end.
I didn't manage to record every match, sadly. There were occasions where I had a bit of an error, but this was the first one I got. My opponent was a little bit younger, but I actually got 2 extreme finishes on my first game, which was a bit of a confidence booster. You'll see these going one into another. The way this tournament was structured, you can see I had a terrible launch here. It was a round robin, followed by a double elimination. We were split into 4 groups for the round robin. The top 2 from each of those tables would go on to the double elimination. I played 8 matches on the round robin table, and according to just about everybody, I was put on the trial by fire table. I was with a good chunk of top competitors immediately, but you'll get to see exactly how that panned out. Here I'm trying my Silver Wolf on 660. I really think it balances well, and one thing I liked about this tournament was I was able to use my Warborg paint job, Silver Wolf, so you'll hear me call it Warborg this whole time. Here is my Vulpus, aka Wizard Rod 070 on free ball, and as you can see, it outlasted Drumbuster, no surprise.
You're on free ball, why are you extreme dashing?
Players ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! You can if you want. Yeah, I'm not up next or anything. Yeah, even if you was, we can skip it. Yeah, don't worry. Ishmael, I'll do the...
Unfortunately here, I didn't manage to get hard enough impact with Black Dronza. Bit of a drop.
3, 2, 1, go shoot!
Got a revenge extreme finish right here. So moving on.
Finish, 3 points.
So moved on to the next round. See, I just got slammed straight into the over finish pocket.
He wants that first place. 3, 2, 1, go shoot!
And again. That's all she wrote. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Quick note, the round robin was to 4 points. A double elimination would be to 7. Black Dronza against Wizard Rod. In this instance, there was a no contact, so it was repeated. This is a difficult fight. I really need to hit it hard and hit it early, or else, unfortunately, I tried too hard to hit it and missed. We'll walk on Silver Wolf here. Unfortunately, it does come to a bit of a defense off.
Introduction of 660 parts. Oh, is it all from 660? Yeah. Could be very stamina oriented. Free ball being the way free ball is, it wasn't like taking too many knocks. So.
and in the end I was just outspun. You can see Saw, Phoenix, aka Black Drons, are getting some heavy hits in this fight, and manages to outspin Valkyrie. What can I say, I've never been a fan of Burst. In this next match, I immediately self-KO, but no contact, so it was a foul. In theory, I've got the defense versus the offense, I have the advantage, but it doesn't count if you put yourself immediately into the self-KO pocket. Unfortunately, this was my first time using a TT Stadium versus a Hasbro. I haven't managed to purchase a TT Stadium yet. Not that I'm blaming everything on the inexperience of the stadium, but it certainly didn't help. Here we've got Golden Rock and Wizard Rod. And Volpus, aka Wizard Rod, does what it does best and outspins. That's the problem with the 070 Ratchet right there. Especially on free ball, it's so vulnerable to bursting. But it's thematic. My Phoenix launches really seem to favour that out pocket. We had a rod off. You'd think this would take a little while, but boop. So this gentleman, he was extremely new to the hobby and was actually borrowing his kids' blades for this. We had a little bit of a chat. He was getting a lot of advice.
I don't have this. Phoenix has run out of stamina.
And in the end, he was doing pretty well. His Silver Wolf combo actually managed to outspin and defeat my Black Drons here.
Ladies ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. There was contact on the way out.
This guy did amazing considering he's never competed before, and by his own admission had no idea what he was doing. He did amazingly well. And there you can see Silver Wolf on Hexa doing what it does. A little bit of a foul launch here. It happens to everyone. The only reason I include it is because this launch took 3 attempts for a match to actually start. That's not digging at my opponent here. It was just one of those fun little things that happens. During some practice warm-ups, I actually threw my entire launcher across the room. Unfortunately here, Scorpio outspins. This match was one hell of an emotional rollercoaster. I thought I'd lost, and then typical rod off. Unfortunately, much the same story here. Unfortunately, this will be my last round of the tournament. According to the judges' recordings, despite the win, I'd come to win 5 of the 8 in this round robin, but there were some people who were getting 7, 6. It's unfortunate. They had this game. This gentleman won it. This guy was amazing. Actually, everybody at this tournament, everyone was really friendly. Everyone was welcoming.
Yeah, good man. Hi guys, Bob here. Sadly, didn't get too far. Slightly above average, which is way better than last time, where it was 3 and 0. I met a new friend today.
Hello, I'm Snow.
Snow, what's your TikTok?
Malfeverse, which is a bit hard to spell.
I'll put it in the description. But, yeah, she's made it all the way to the finals.
Yeah.
So we're going to be cheering her on and see how it goes.
Well, I've won one tournament, so hopefully this is my second one.
Second tournament win. So that's the face of a champion. So we'll see you guys. We'll see you at the finals. And wish Snow luck here. Snowy's got her first match.
Snow here was kind enough to let me record some of her matches. So this is the double elimination stage. So for those of you who aren't aware, that means if you lose one, you go into the losers bracket, and then if you lose again, then you're eliminated. This tournament was meant to end around sort of 8 o'clock. This was pushing just after 8 and we're only just hitting the eliminations. That's fairly common. By Snow's own admission, she was getting very tired, which unfortunately I do think came to play in some of her games. But yeah, big props to her though. I think she did extremely well in the upcoming battles. So one thing I've always loved about Beyblade X is that, I mean, more so than in other generations, but X in particular, there's an element of randomness. There are meta builds, there's meta equipment, there's everything you can do to sway in your favour, and they do swing in your favour. Meta build bays are undoubtedly stronger, but this game is still random to the point where you can take a Dronza Spiral remake, put it up against Wizard Rod on Ball, and still have a chance of catapulting that thing into the extreme finish pocket. Not a great chance, granted, but it can happen, and that's one of the things about X that I think is just so great. I saw a lot of interesting things this tournament. And again, her opponent here actually went on to be a finalist. I believe 22210 was his Blader name. That's another thing that's great about this community is everyone does share their real name, but they also share their quote Blader name, which is the one that they'll be registered with. A real fun community, especially if you feel like just dressing up and playing a bit of a character. Everyone seems to respect it. So this battle is extremely expensive on the second-hand market. A pair of Pegasus. This is about a £200 battle, if you were to buy them. 22210 was also the only other person I saw using the Black Phoenix. I was expected to see a few more, but in all honesty, it's a semi-difficult thing to acquire. Some people have this idea that Beyblade X is pay to win, and it's definitely true that the strongest blades are more expensive generally than some of the cheaper blades, but in my opinion that's not necessarily the case. Shark Edge is a £8 booster pack, sometimes $6.20 if you can find it in the right place, and even stock straight out the box it still hits like a truck and still KOs some of the heaviest blades. It is at the disadvantage of Shark Edge is extremely prone to its own heavy recoil, and the low flight's a bit draining, but it's still a competitively viable blade you can get. And like I was saying earlier, the sheer random nature of this game means that no one's guaranteed.
Ready? Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot.
Yeah, I hit you crits. What was saying at this point? I'm on a kick, so you're on level.
So, this was a bit of a nail biter. Both players were at 5 points each. So, a burst, over, or extreme finish would put one of them as the victor. So, like I said here, Snow did extremely well. Spoilers, but this guy actually placed in the top 3.
Oh no.
So she did amazing, but tournaments, you are going to be tested.
Fair enough. Thank you, my lovely.
Here are the 2 finalists. I was allowed to film, again, this community is amazing, but here we're going to see some pretty impressive displays. So, for context, the gentleman on the red side is Pokeblader, and so far he hasn't lost in the eliminations. On the right, we have 22210, who's lost once. So, if 22210 wants a place, he's going to have to defeat Pokeblader to 7 points twice. How will he get on? Well, let's have a look. Or you can look at how long's after the video. But that would be cheating.
3, 2, 1, go. Tanking all the hits.
Points galore, man.
Alright, 1 point. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. Oh, into the pocket. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. 3, 2, 1, go. Contact. Oh. 3 points. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot.
I feel really bad for 22210 here, because he claws his way up and actually manages to win the rubber. But I think he didn't realise that Pokeblader hadn't had an elimination, so there was a bit of a premature celebration here.
tanked most of the shot.
Yeah. 1-0.
Point. Alright, second ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, go. Alright, 1 point.
Oh, yeah.
Do I have to do it again? Or?
He was going to lose his record, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
Good game, man. That was a good game.
So you nearly overcame the odds. You came this close.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about second place?
I feel brilliant because it's my first trophy. It's my 5th tournament, and I climbed up from the 200 place, and I think I'm 50th at the moment. But winning a trophy means a lot, and I give it to Pokeblader. You know, respect. But I'll get him next time.
What do I even say? Like, somehow my 4th win in a row.
So when are you going to make it 5th?
Hopefully the next London tournament.
All right, nice one. So all the best in the future.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much.
In 3rd place, we've got HB.
Where did you put it?
It's a health safety issue.
And in 2nd place, for real this time, we got. 2nd place, 22210. And don't worry about the other one, it's not important. And 1st place, again, is our favourite person, the Pokeblader.
So, as we watch the closing ceremony, this was an amazing event. Thank you to everybody who let me film. Everyone here was super friendly. This is an absolutely great community. Please enjoy this shot of the finalists as we leave off. Thank you to absolutely everybody who made this an amazing day. This is Barghest Hobbies, signing off.